What's up, guys? So, small part today, but something that I think has huge potential. There's been a trend in weapon cases lately for going a little bit more discreet, keeping it a little bit more low pro and off the radar. And part of what goes along with systems like that is that generally they require that you take your rifle down in order to fit into the smaller systems. One issue with taking your rifle down to stick it into some form of bag or case is that you open your upper and the area that houses all the lubrication and all the grit and grime from shooting and carbon and whatnot, and expose that to the potential, to the inside of whatever bag you're putting it into. And that can be a messy situation, especially if you don't clean your rifle on a regular basis. So Raven Concealment came up, they noticed that issue and they came up with a solution, and it's absolutely dynamite. And that's what you're looking at here. This is the TopStop AR-15 upper receiver cover. Before I show you how it works, let me just give you a little bit of a close-up look at this item. This thing is fully constructed of polymer and really hard, durable. The lines that have been molded into this are very nicely done, very smooth, and very well designed to fit exactly as it needs to into the upper. All around, you can tell this thing is very solid. The ribs here, to make sure that they hold these ribs to make sure that this thing stays completely rigid and flat and does not bend or bow over time. These ears grip the tab that houses the front takedown pin, and this hole houses the tab that holds the rear takedown pin. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll try to get it in there. Right here is the little nubs inside this hole that will lock into the rear takedown pin tab back here to keep this thing right where you put it, and it definitely does that. It is very tight once you get this on. Here you can see a nice little handle that aids in taking it off. So to show you how this works, I know you guys all know how to take down an AR, but so just pull the pins and it comes right apart. Here you can see all the liquid lubricants. Mine's pretty clean, and still you can see gleaming lube and whatever there. And if you throw this in a bag just like this, something's definitely going to leak out. If you lube your bolt properly, you're always going to have a little bit of excess lube around in there. And though some charging handles are more low pro, mine is definitely one of the larger ones. It's the Mod 3 large latch, and on Gunfighter, and this tab can get hit, and if it does, you can see the bolt carrier can come right out, disengage, the dust cover can open. If it gets hit, there's lubrication and grit going everywhere, grime. So what this does, basically, you just put these two front ears right here, right down on this, the tab, like I mentioned, for the front takedown pin. Lock this over and align this tab into this hole, and then just lock it down. Once it locks into place, it is definitely on there, very sturdy, not going to go anywhere. You can see how nicely this thing contours the upper, follows all the edges, and I showed you that ridge inside that locks into the upper so that there isn't anything that's going to come out of this beast. All around, very nice and tight. You can see the front and rear tabs sticking through here, and then the handle and how this back cover. Now this latch ain't going to come out, the bolt carrier is not going to be able to come out. Everything stays nice and covered and ready for travel. When you're ready to put it all back together, super simple. You just grab onto your upper and put your thumb on your charging handle here, and then just pull up on this little tab right here with your index finger, and it comes right off. And then, of course, Putting it back together, just like that. All in all, just a badass little piece. Something definitely handy for anybody who travels with their AR. If you have any questions or comments about this item or anything you've seen in this video, definitely feel free to leave them below and I'll get back to you. And other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week, and you know, stay tuned. I'll be back with you guys real soon. Till next time, take it easy.